welcome. You're watching the Newshour Agenda. I'm Padmaja Joshi. All of India by now is talking about the 7 crore curtain and the 3 crore marble flooring that we broke on Operation Sheesh Mahal. But what if we were to tell you that the best is yet to come, or the worst, depending on what you think of a huge splurge? What if I told you that it is time to look beyond the floor to the pillars, to the heater, to the mood lighting, and to the toilet? I mean, what if I told you that in the Delhi Chief Minister's residence, even the humble little bathroom toilet is worth 1 crore? We're not kidding. Let's show you how. So here's what the spending on the precious bathroom was like. The vanities in 15 toilets in the Chief Minister's house were worth 15 lakhs. What are vanities? Basically, that little mirror that you put, or rather the huge mirror you put above the wash basin and those little cubicles by the side, that's a vanity. 15 lakh worth of vanities were put in the washrooms. Sanitary installations worth 10 lakh 78,000. I mean, commodes for almost 11 lakhs. Everyone loves a good relaxing shower in this hot weather. Now, people have all sorts of fancy contraptions in their shower with multiple shower heads, jacuzzi effect. But how much do you think a shower cubicle should cost, even with all this fancy stuff like monsoon effect showers? 10 lakhs? 20 lakhs? Well, in Mr. Kejriwal's house, it cost 91 lakhs 12,000. 12 glass shower enclosures separately cost 3 lakh 61,000, and a hot water generator would get many hot under the collar, because in this house it costs 25 lakhs. Just for perspective, let me tell you that I looked up the price of a Bajaj New Shakti 15 liters water geyser, and that costs 6,998 rupees. 7,000 rupees ka geyser, 25 lakh rupees of a hot water generator. So essentially all of these toilet trappings have cost you 1 crore 45 lakh rupees. Through the day, the Aam Aadmi Party did not once deny these figures. Not once did they produce any document to contradict the 45 crore spent. Not once did it say, no, we haven't taken the curtain for 7 lakh each. Instead, they said, what about the PM's plane? What about the LG's house? They argued that the ceiling of this house was falling, so repair was needed. But the question then is, what part of a ceiling repair requires a hand-tufted wool carpet? I don't know. Perhaps you could tell me.
प्रधानमंत्री जी को बोलिए कि पूरे देश से हाथ जोड़कर माफी मांगे कि कोरोना के समय में चुनावी रैलियां करके कोरोना क्यों फैला रहे थे। कहां थे जब लोग चीख रहे थे? पूछिए प्रधानमंत्री से, अगर जरा सा भी नैतिक साहस है कि उस कोरोना के समय में जब लोग मर रहे थे तो आप 8,000 साढ़े 8,000 करोड़ का जहाज अपने लिए क्यों खरीद रहे थे?
सर, आप फूड का सप्लाई थे, कोविड के टाइम पे बीजेपी बोल रहा है बहुत सारा पैसा यूज किया जा सकता था कि लोगों को हेल्प करने के लिए। इसके बारे में क्या चार्ज है सर?
कोविड में जितना काम केजरीवाल गवर्नमेंट ने किया है, मैं समझता हूं कि आपके टाइम्स नाउ को पता होगा, तो समझता हूं अरविंद केजरीवाल जी से ज्यादा ईमानदार, कट्टर ईमानदार आदमी आज तक पॉलिटिक्स में है नहीं। और उनका काम है इल्जाम लगाना, उनका काम है प्रोटेस्ट करना, तो वो कर रहे हैं।
देखिए, 80 साल पुराना जर्जर मकान, कभी उनके पिताजी के कमरे की छत गिर गई, कभी उनके कमरे की छत गिर गई। देखिए, सीएम के परिवार की और सीएम की सुरक्षा भी हम लोगों की जिम्मेवारी है। और जहां तक कोविड का सवाल है, आप देखिए इस देश में सबसे अच्छा मैनेजमेंट अगर कोरोना का किसी का था तो अरविंद केजरीवाल जी का था प्रतिदिन। तो ये इनकी हताशा, ये असल मुद्दों से ध्यान भटकाना चाहते हैं। आप मुझे बताइए, अडानी का साम्राज्य मात्र 2 साल में इतना बड़ा कैसे हो गया? उस पर ये क्यों नहीं जवाब देते हैं?
Now let's show you some interesting stuff. The Chief Minister's residence, in a very Taj Mahal type touch, has 24 decorative pillars, and each one of those pillars is worth 88,000 each, which means that one pillar is worth 1 lakh rupees. The total cost of all of these pillars is 21 lakhs. To get from one pillar to the next, now you might have to pass through some doors. And what fun is there if you have to use your hands to open a door? That's why you have superior wooden doors and automatic glass sliding doors. These come at a cost of 41 lakhs 81,000 rupees. Automatic sliding glass doors. Then you have, yesterday remember we showed you marble flooring for 3.33 crores. But again, everyone loves variety. What if all of the flooring is marble? You won't like it. So just for variety, there is also wooden flooring, and this wooden flooring comes at a cost of almost 1 crore rupees. Now let's also tell you about mood lighting. You've heard of mood lighting. He has got smart lighting installed in his house for 88 lakh rupees. This includes things like smart tunable downlighter, an LED module with the facility of dimming, switching on and off through an app, handheld remote control. Let's actually go back to the mood lighting. You've got a smart remote controller to operate Swarovski lights. Basically, you know the fancy people who have lights in their houses that turn on and off automatically, or which change colors and you can tune them with your phone. That turns out to be Mr. Kejriwal. And you are paying 88 lakhs. So that's the door. Moving on, we come to the artistic and ornamental work, which is at 2.16 crores. Moving on, and you've got all of this, by the way, in addition to all the marble flooring, etc., etc. The laundry in the ground floor is at 3 lakh rupees. There is a laundry on the ground floor, and then there is a pantry as well. In addition to that, you've got 88 lakh rupees of mood lighting. Also remember that there are several expenses that have been done which I have not included, which are expenses on firefighting equipment, on pavements, on sprinklers, because of course the Chief Minister's residence should have these safety features. The question that is rightly being asked and must be asked is why the wasteful, exorbitant splurge?
You're watching the News Hour at 10, debate number 1 on Times Now, Super Prime Time.
Sanju Verma, national spokesperson of the BJP, joins us along with Ramneek Maan, political analyst. We also have with us Nilanjan Das, political analyst, and Akhil Khan, political analyst. Nilanjan Das, what do you make of these 1 lakh per pillar? What kind of pillars do you think these would be? 1 lakh. Do you think they would be of gold? Do you think they would be of marble? Do you have a 1 lakh rupee pillar in your house?
No, I don't know. Actually, that's something that the Aam Aadmi Party government, who call themselves Aam Aadmi Ka Sarkar, would be able to say. But I must make one thing very clear, Padmaja, that we must ensure the safety and security of the Chief Minister, and all these extravagances do not belong to Mr. Arvind Kejriwal personally. So these belong to the Chief Minister of Delhi. And yes, I do think that they should exercise restraint, and they should, you know.
But when you're talking about the safety of the Chief Minister, I don't know if you heard me. I actually mentioned that there is plenty of sprinkler equipment, firefighting, safety equipment, on which also money has been spent, but we are not questioning that. But exactly how is mood lighting for 88 lakh rupees keeping the Chief Minister secure? I would love to know. I mean, if suddenly, you know, the lights dim, do you feel more safe? I don't know.
150 crore was spent in the last 6, state visits by the Honorable Prime Minister. You have not done one show on that, Padmaja. You have not asked why.
We can take each of those. Can we? Okay, again, I am requesting you.
20,000 crores on the Central Vista project. It is in the same
Again,
penny.
I said at the beginning what is needed for safety, what is needed for security must not be questioned. So if the Chief Minister of Delhi has also upgraded from a blue Wagoner to a much better vehicle, we are not questioning him. And we shouldn't question him, because the Chief Minister of Delhi has a certain threat perception and he must travel in a safe car. He must not travel in a Wagoner because we want him safe. So nobody is questioning, why does he have your MG Gloucester now? Very good,
No,
he should have a good car. He should have a safe car. But why does he have a 1 lakh pillar? Now that I am not going to accept.
No, the amount of time you are spending on the Chief Minister's toilet accessories, you are not questioning why Mr. Modi is spending 20,000 crores on the Central Vista project, or why, the Maharashtra Chief Minister...
Well, to put it very crudely, because the Central Vista is not a toilet. A Central Vista is a place where, 1, we get heads of state, 2, people of the country go to, 3, all our national government offices are at, 4, we've got North Block and South Block where our entire government, our Army, Air Force and Navy officers sit. That is the reason why. So surely, okay.
Why are you defending?
Okay, surely sir, I'm defending because it needs to be defended. This is as silly as saying, why is the Chief Minister sitting in an office? एक second, Mr. Nilanjan Das. Okay, here's the difference. Here is the difference, and I can't believe I'm actually saying this. The difference between Central Vista and a toilet in somebody's house is that the Central Vista houses offices, sir. This would be as facile as asking, why does the Chief Minister need a separate office? वो अपने घर में ही एक टेबल और लैपटॉप लगा के काम क्यों नहीं कर लेते? अरे because CMO is CMO and CM residence is CM residence. Mr.
This is
Das.
the problem, Padmaja. You don't have guts to question the BJP government.
Why does everything end with guts, sir? I mean, surely we can.
I am giving you a fact. You don't even know anything. That 5
You are
crore
giving me a
rupees
fact that I have no guts. I would like to tell you that my intestines are very intact, sir.
Chief Minister.
What is your point?
5 crore rupees have been wasted in
Padmaja.
Minister and Deputy Chief Minister. 150 crores have been spent by Mr. Modi for his travels to 6 states in the last few days.
I want to come in here.
I again do not quite understand how a Prime Minister's travel or a Chief Minister's travel is equivalent to having a pantry. But anyway, respond, Sanju Verma. If the Prime Minister can travel in Air Force One, why can't Mr. Kejriwal have a laundry room for 3 lakh rupees?
Okay, Padmaja, first and foremost, let me make this very clear that yesterday, the Aam Aadmi Party had some of its official spokespeople saying that this is not Arvind Kejriwal's personal bangla. Ye Chief Minister of Delhi ka residence hai. So if the Chief Minister of Delhi is spending 40 crores or 45 crores, why should anyone have a problem? Now let me say one thing to you, that apart from Times Now, which has done a phenomenal job in uncovering this entire Sheesh Mahal of Arvind Kejriwal, there is a story doing the rounds, and I'm sure it will be authenticated in the next couple of hours, that the original PWD bungalow, which Arvind Kejriwal was supposed to occupy by virtue of being a Chief Minister, was at Civil Lines. Civil Lines पर 6 नए बंगले थे. अरविंद केजरीवाल को इन 6 नए बंगलों में से एक भी बंगला पसंद नहीं आया. So the Chief Minister decided to demolish an existing heritage structure, acquire nearby land, and then build this particular bungalow that we are speaking of. And the most important point is not about the 45 crores odd that he has spent, but why is it that Arvind Kejriwal started spending money for renovation on this new bungalow of his in September 2020? 8 crores ka expense already approved kar diya gaya tha, whereas the logical way of doing it is that first the Aam Aadmi Party should have taken approval from the DUAC, the Delhi Urban Art Commission, which has been established by an act of parliament and came about in 1974. My question to Arvind Kejriwal is, मान लीजिए this 45 crore was much needed for your security. Why is it that the DUAC approval came through only in December 2020? But you had already started spending money on your bungalow without DUAC approval in September 2020, which is a gross violation of law because DUAC is a statutory body. Point number 2, आपकी सिक्योरिटी के लिए छत से लीकेज हो रही थी. I understand the chief minister's residence cannot have leakages. It should also look good, Padmaja. It should look beautiful. Heads of state coming there. But to say that leakage छुपाने के लिए you had to spend 20 lakh on carpets, 97 lakh on curtains, 63.75 lakh on kitchen and kitchenware, and 4 crores to beautify your walls. इससे अरविंद केजरीवाल की सिक्योरिटी कैसे बढ़ गई? By having 97 lakh worth of curtains? ये पैसा कहां से आया? Because Arvind Kejriwal's entire net worth, he himself has declared in affidavit, is not more than 4 crores. 4 करोड़ की नेटवर्थ है. आपने 45 crores बंगलों से, टैक्सपेयर के मनी से खर्चे किए या किसी बैंक से लोन लिए? यदि बैंक से लोन लिए, please give us the documents. Okay. The most important point. The most important point is this. Just my last point. This entire comparison, Central Vista पर इतना 20,000 crore खर्चा हो गया, blah blah blah. So let me tell the other panelists and everyone on this panel, Central Vista project was declared a project and a monument of national importance by the Delhi High Court in June 2020.
Listen, we are not even getting into the Central Vista because, like I said right at the outset, that is a facile comparison. Again, to say that why does the Prime Minister have this kind of a car, that is decided by the SPG. Even if the Prime Minister wants to travel in a Wagoner, the SPG will tell him, sorry, you can't do it. Because the SPG decides what car he travels in, not the Prime Minister. I again come back to the initial point. We had the Aam Aadmi Party say, Mr. Akil Khan, through the day, ceiling गिर गई, ceiling गिर गई. आप ceiling गिर गई है, तो आप ceiling ठीक कराइए. आप wooden flooring 98 लाख की क्यों लगवा रहे हैं? मतलब गिर छत रही है, 1 करोड़ आप जमीन पे खर्च कर रहे हैं. ये 1 करोड़ की आप छत बनाते तो समझ जाते हैं हम. छत गिरी, आपने नीचे 1 करोड़ का स्टोन वुडन फ्लोरिंग लगा ली. क्यों? Why? And this, by the way, is in addition to the 3.33 crores of marble flooring. तो 3.33 की marble flooring और उसके अलावा 1 करोड़ की वुडन फ्लोरिंग. 4 करोड़ तो सिर्फ जमीन पे ही खर्च हो रहा है.
Okay. You are not from BJP.
Thank you, sir.
Let me tell you.
This program has been about self-discovery for me. I have been told about my guts. Now I've also been told about where I am from. Thank you very much for that. Now, can you come to the point?
Okay. Can I tell you now?
Yes, sir.
Hello. So there is a movie. राजकुमार की पिक्चर है, राजकुमार के डायलॉग है. मैं एक डायलॉग राजकुमार के इस कंटेक्स्ट में, इसमें बड़ा मतलब सूटेबल है इसके लिए कि जिन लोगों के घर शीशे के होते हैं, बीजेपी के लिए है ये बात, जिन लोगों के घर शीशे के होते हैं वो दूसरों के घरों पर पत्थर नहीं मारते. मैडम, आप अपना घर देखिए कितना करप्शन से भरा हुआ है और आप ये भी एनालिसिस कीजिए पद्मजा जी, दैट
शीशे से याद आया कि टॉयलेट में 10 शीशे के शावर एनक्लोजर्स और दरवाजे लगे हैं 3,61,000 के. शीशे से याद आया, 10 शीशे के शावर एनक्लोजर्स लगे हैं 3,61,000.
Can you give me some time? Can you give me, Padmaja ji, let me, in greater context, we should not focus on the trivial things. We should focus on the,
Sir, 3 lakhs is not trivial to me at all.
The broader context.
3 lakhs.
First of all,
1 crore on pillar, 1 crore on flooring, 1 crore on decoration. It's not trivial to me at all. आपके लिए small change होगी, मेरे को बहुत बड़ी रकम है.
500 crore spent on Prime Minister's residence. 500 crore. It is more than 17 times.
Okay. So here's the thing. This I have to call out. I would actually request everyone. It's the simplest thing to do in the world. Go to a website called centralvista.in. It actually explains in great detail the reality of this 500 crore being spent on Prime Minister's residence. In essence, right now, there are only 2 things which have been made in Central Vista. The Parliament building and the Central Avenue. Uske alawa, everything else is only an approximation. प्राइम मिनिस्टर्स रेसिडेंस की टेंडरिंग भी नहीं हुई है. So this figure that you're giving, sir, is up in the air. It has no substance to it. इसका अभी तक ना टेंडर हुआ है, ना इसका अप्रोक्सीमेशन हुआ है, ना इसका कोई भी काम शुरू हुआ है. 500 crores is up in the air, and this has been said on record by the government.
She said that Arvind Kejriwal has declared...
Okay. Mr. Das wants to say something. I really must bring in Ramneek Man. Yes, Mr. Das, what is your point now?
You are saying that 4 crores is what Mr. Arvind Kejriwal has declared on affidavits. But this entire spending on the CM's house, this is government property. You have to understand. Sanju Sharma should stop killing the people of the country.
It is Sanju Verma, not Sharma.
I'm sorry. I'm really sorry.
I think you're hard of hearing. But I need to make a point.
Just a second. No, what is your point, Mr. Das? What is the point that you're making?
She tried to mislead the people who are watching your show. She said that the Chief Minister has declared 4 crores. 4 crores, but now he's spending 45 crores. What is she talking about? The entire money that has been spent on this house is the Chief Minister's residence. This is government property. Mr. Sanju Verma can also become the Chief Minister of Delhi if she wants, if she gets elected.
Okay, this is government property. Hold on a second, I must bring in Ramneek Man. Now that is, hold on Sanju Verma, let's bring in Ramneek Man also. Ramneek Man, you've been a political observer for very long. Are there other chief ministers also who have got this kind of mood lighting where blue say red, red say green, dimmer, app, all of this happens for 88 lakhs? Because now Mr. Das is saying it's the chief minister's residence. Tomorrow you will become the chief minister. Tomorrow Sanju Verma will become chief minister. You can also clap your hand and change the color of the light. What's your problem then?
Yeah. Good evening, Padmaja and everyone on the panel. I'm not sure if other chief ministers have these kind of mood lighting or not, but certainly they don't have it for security purposes. 4 crores worth of flooring, and I don't know, I mean, it's exorbitant about 1 crores on each toilet, 1 crores on curtain. For security reasons, I mean, this is surprising. As a matter of fact, Mr. Das's name should be read reverse. Mr. Sad, by the way. So he doesn't know what to talk about, so he's coming up with very strange arguments. And I must appreciate your sense of humor when you talk about your own gut being very strong. Thank you. Now, let me, sir, please, I have been very patient for the last 35 minutes. Hear me out. Sir, please give me that respect. I had given you that respect. I didn't speak over you. Thank you, sir. Thank you. अभी आई डोंट नो पद्मजा कि वो सीलिंग गिरने वाली थी या नहीं थी, पर इनके पैरों के नीचे से राजनीतिक जमीन निकल गई है. दे हैव लॉस्ट पॉलिटिकल ग्राउंड अंडर देयर फीट. आई डोंट नो व्हेदर द सीलिंग वाज फॉलिंग और नॉट. नाउ अगेन the point here is that, you know, they need a laundry room worth lakhs of rupees is because they can't wash dirty linen in public. And your channel is actually washing them thoroughly and nicely for the last 2 days. An exorbitant amount of money being spent on a chief minister's residence. I think Mr. Kejriwal should by now, because he's a Kattar Imandar politician, and since Aam Aadmi Party is a Kattar Imandar party, they should take the media persons for a, you know, tour of his own residence so that everything can come out in the open and we can all see it for real, whether it's factual or not.
That's a great idea. That's a great idea, Akil Khan.
About the 1 crore worth wooden flooring.
Maybe the chief minister, if he's got nothing to hide,
and let it be दूध का दूध and पानी का पानी. कट्टर ईमानदार आदमी.
दूध का दूध, पानी का पानी. But here's the interesting thing.
Let's see it for real if it's true or not.
We've been saying since yesterday, let the chief minister show us his house. But since he hasn't done that, we actually matched the pictures that are there in the public domain, and we got you a kind of a sneak peek into where this money would have gone. So here, let's take you inside Sheesh Mahal, and you can get a little bit of an idea. So far, you've only been hearing, right, कि oh, wood paneling लगा दी, इतने का furniture खरीद लिया. So here is the dining table of Mr. Kejriwal. This is his dining table. Now, in the next picture, you can actually see that much spoken about carpet. Remember, we spoke about those 6 hand-tufted carpets, each one of them about 3 lakhs, a total of about 18 lakhs was spent on just this carpet. So here is that famous carpet. It definitely looks quite expensive. Is it worth 3 lakh rupees? I'll leave it to your judgment. Now also, you can see the wood paneling. on which several lakhs have been spent. So this is the kind of wood paneling that is very visible in Mr. Kejriwal's drawing room. It's quite decorative, I have to say, very pretty. I'm not quite sure the people of Delhi will be happy with this beauty, given that it's burning a hole in their pocket. In addition to that, in addition to the wood paneling, you can also see that very famous marble that everyone is speaking of. When Mr. KCR came to visit Mr. Kejriwal, we got just a little bit. ये जो Italian marble Vietnam से आया है, the pearl marble, the Dior pearl marble, this is a little bit of a glimpse that you can see on that marble that they are walking on. So you think it's a fair thing to say, अकील खान? हम फोटो में तो देख ही रहे हैं, हमें असल में भी दिखा दीजिए, हाथ कंगन को आरसी क्या, अकील खान?
You must see Prime Minister's residence also. You must go and investigate there. I am certain that you will find many times expensive than these items which you are showing to Chief Minister. And most important, Padmaja, most important thing is that why all this hue and cry about CM's residence now? Because now Adani, they want to subdue the Adani Ghotala. They want to subdue what Satyapal Malik has been telling about the Pulwama killing. This is because all those kind of corruptions which is being exposed, and most importantly,
I don't see how this is germane to Adani, considering कि tendering खुद आपने कराई है 2020 में. But Sanju Verma, you must have been inside the Prime Minister's office. Mr. Akil Khan is saying कि वहां पे भी सुंदर सुंदर कारपेट लगे हैं, उसमें आपको प्रॉब्लम नहीं होती. अगर 6 कारपेट केजरीवाल जी ने डाल दिए तो आपको प्रॉब्लम हो रही है.
ओके, पद्मजा जी, मैंने अभी अकील खान की बातें बड़ी ध्यान से सुनी, and I have to give it to you. I think today you've taken sarcasm to a new level altogether. Be that as it may, let me just say that Arvind Kejriwal is the Imelda Marcos of our times. I remember कई साल पहले हम जब पढ़ा लिखा करते थे, Imelda Marcos was famous for her 3,000 pairs of shoes, 900 handbags, 500 gowns. अरविंद केजरीवाल ने इमेल्डा मार्कोस को पीछे छोड़ दिया है, तो पहले तो उनको बधाई देना चाहती हूं. बट इमेल्डा मार्कोस का क्या हाल हुआ, अरविंद केजरीवाल का क्या हाल होगा? द राइटिंग इज ऑन द वॉल. आई हैव दिस टू से, एक तो आपने रेनोवेशन पर 45 करोड़ खर्चा किए, बट पद्मजा, आई वांट टू आस्क, वाज अ टेंडरिंग डन? सेंट्रल विस्टा प्रोजेक्ट के लिए 12 फर्म्स को टेंडर्स के लिए बुलाया गया था. फाइनली 3 वर शॉर्टलिस्टेड, शाहपुरजी, पालनजी मिस्त्री, L&T and Tata Projects. The entire Central Vista project was distributed amongst these 3 players. मुझे बताइए किन प्लेयर्स को टेंडरिंग के लिए बुलाया गया था अरविंद केजरीवाल के शीश महल के लिए, और कौन से ग्राउंड्स पर, किस आर्किटेक्ट को ये पूरा टेंडर दिया गया? पहले जवाब दीजिए, प्रधानमंत्री के बारे में भाषण देने की आपकी हैसियत नहीं है.
All right, that silence must be broken. And the final word I want to ask you, Ramneek Man, for the large, any story about Mr. Kejriwal gets very polarized responses. Now, there is a large section of people who love him, people who vote for him, who are saying he is being held to a different standard. बाकी नेताओं से नहीं पूछते हैं, उनके पीछे हाथ धोकर पड़ गए. Is he being treated unfairly just because from an Aam Aadmi, now he's grown in politics, he wants a little bit of creature comfort?
This is a government property.
Little bit of creature comfort, Padmaja have heart. I mean, 45 crores. The man has to defecate on a pot worth 11 lakh rupees, I believe. I mean, little bit of comfort. So, Padmaja, this is going too far, I believe. 45 crores of public money. He could have done so much for the people. And remember, mind you, this is at the peak of the pandemic, when the government of Delhi had categorically said they don't have funds, they don't have money for oxygen generators, for cylinders, for ventilators, for medicines, for hospitals. This is that time, Padmaja. It's not today in 2023. It is when people lost their loved ones. It is when, mothers lost their sons and daughters, when, children lost their fathers. This is then, Padmaja. This is not now. This is not creature comfort. Padmaja, this is a crime. This is a sin. This is an absolute sin.
Even if we
So
leave
this
aside,
sin cannot
even
be
if we
forgiven.
leave aside the projection of an image by Mr. Kejriwal himself, the timing of a spending on such luxuries in the midst of a crisis, that will be hard to shake off. Our job was to just put the data and the facts in front of you. Thanks very much, all gentlemen, and Sanju Verma for joining me. Still hoping that we'll hear from the Chief Minister and maybe actually take a look, get to see a look of what's happening inside that house. At the very least, people deserve to see where your 45 crore rupees went.